Greetings, beloved ones, and welcome to morning meditation. Thank you for sharing this sacred time with me. In this time of many changes on the outer level, things we hear about, disasters, suffering, war, and on this day, which is the anniversary of the war in Ukraine, we need to find a way of holding everything inside ourselves so that we don't succumb to the view that all is lost, or all is hopeless, or nothing will ever change, or I am helpless to do anything about this. On this anniversary, this 1-year marker of a war that we hoped would not last, or would not even begin, we need to hold with compassion those whose lives who have been completely overturned by the necessity of engagement with this battle, this war. The losses that have been incurred, the suffering, the sadness, and we need to understand that the world, including that part of the world, is going through a big change, a change in which the light of the heart is struggling to emerge in the presence of counterforces of darkness. And so in our choice in each moment, we need to align ourselves with the force of light, with that which is emerging, with that which is coming forth, and not that which is covering it. In relation to what is covering it, we hold compassion and a love that allows us to say to those who are experiencing loss, I am with you. And in relation to the larger picture, we hold hope. So hope is a feeling in the heart of buoyancy, of anticipation, and even of joy. And your heart, beloveds, is large enough to hold both sorrow for those who suffer, and hope and joy for the future that is emerging. This is the focus of our meditation today. Please close your eyes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And now, see if you can feel in your heart that duality I spoke of. Sorrow based on love for that which is happening, creating loss, creating great hardship among many people, and hope and joy for what is emerging. See if you're able to hold both. Your heart is large enough, and so you need to believe that it's large enough. To only hold hope and joy is to negate and diminish the importance of the suffering that is taking place. It's to diminish the value of life and of your oneness with that life. But to only hold sorrow or dismay or fear is to deny that which is coming forth in the presence of sorrow, which is hope, which is newness, which is the ascendance of the heart. Your heart, beloved ones, can reconcile dualities. It is capable of holding the world in it, but it needs to stay in balance. These are the dualities: hope and sorrow, loss and gain, darkness, light, all held in your heart's love, with the primary force being alignment with light, because the light that is God's intelligence and purpose, evolving life even now, evolving life, evolving consciousness even now. We pray on this anniversary of the war in Ukraine for those who are suffering, who are cold, who are homeless, who have experienced loss of children and parents and families and relatives and communities. All of that. And we hope for a new idea, a new ethic, the oneness of all beings. Beloved ones, you are not helpless in this situation. You do not have to be an observer alone. There is outer violence and there is inner violence. If you remove from your heart all that is hurtful and harmful to others, as best as you can perceive that, then you are diminishing the amount of violence in the world. You do that within yourself by committing yourself to the purposes of love. When you remove violence from your heart, when you commit yourself to the purposes of love, when you desire to not harm or hurt anyone, you must include yourself. You must include yourself and whatever remains in you of a willingness to diminish yourself. That too, it can be inner violence. I will not commit hurt or harm to anyone. I will enhance and not diminish the life of all. In that statement, you must include yourself. War diminishes the life of all. It does harm to the life of all. It destroys the life of many and harms the life of all. And so we, as a people, must get past war, must find the way to enhance the life of all, including ourselves. And this is the new ethic, built on unity, that needs to emerge. Remove violence from your heart, beloved ones. Remove all diminishment of self from your heart. Let life flourish. Be a source of enhancement for life. This war that is now marking its 1-year anniversary is tragic. And it is affecting the world in countless ways, some visible, some we do not know how to measure. Because how can you measure the anxiety, the fear, the sadness in people that experience and children that experience a world where things do not make sense, a world where people act in ways that are unfathomable? These are the ways that the war, and all war, affects human consciousness. We need to create safety within ourselves and for others. We need to remove the causes of violence within ourselves and for others. We need to create safety for ourselves and for others. And if it looks like that is not possible, it's because we haven't reached the place of feeling our oneness with others yet. We are still in us and them. And so we need to move towards we. In our hearts, we need to move towards we, not us and them. Feel in your heart, beloved ones, that vast heart that is yours, sorrow for those who are suffering greatly in this time of war, and hope and joy for what is coming forth. We're coming to the end of our meditation time. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Hold with me, beloved ones, this anniversary marker of the war in Ukraine, that we may be with the people who are needing our help, support, and love. And hold with me the commitment to root out from each heart the sources of violence, because the outer violence begins with the inner and the motives that separate us from love, that justify the willingness to harm another life. Remember that you are part of that equation, and the willingness to love and the willingness to remove all sources of harm has to be for yourself as well. So on this anniversary marker, we pray for those who are suffering and who have experienced great loss, and we hold hope for the world and joy for what is emerging as greater life. Om Namo Bhagavate, Om Namo Namaha. I bow to the Supreme Being that lives within all. Namaskar.